Welcome to Risky Rollers. My name is Carl, and we have on the other side, as per normal,
Mm-hmm.
what's your
Mr.
name?
Lawrence.
Mr. Lawrence.
Mr. Lawrence.
How are we,
Lawrence
Lawrence?
I'm good. Good evening, Mr. Carl. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. How are you, Internet? Welcome to another podcast chatteroni.
Mm-hmm.
What's been happening, Mr. Lawrence?
It's a bit soggy today in Melbourne.
It's a bit soggy.
Raining.
Yep. It was very
Raining.
noisy
It's a
here.
bit,
I thought we might have problems with noise, but it stopped. Speaking
yeah,
of problems
rain's
with
up.
noise, chat, let us know how the
Audio.
audio is. And Lawrence promises to get a mic. He's under strict
I did.
instructions for next time to have a mic
I did,
ready.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I had the lapels before, but it's with Dalton now, so
Just throw Dalton
I don't
under
have
the bus.
mics. Yeah, let's
Um,
complain.
Thank you for joining us, chat. If you like what we do here, the events and other bits and pieces that we put up on YouTube, please hit all the buttons below, like and subscribe, press the bell, make it so that you turn the notifications off, so when we go live you get notified and all that kind of fun stuff. Thank you as always to our sponsors. They're rolling up on the top side there. They help us to get to events and prize support and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yep.
How is who give a holler in chat if you're here with us tonight? Say hi. We'll say hi. We like to keep this nice and casual and chatty, don't we, Lawrence?
Yeah, we have Mr. 4K away. So if you're in Melbourne, how are you? Hope to see you this coming weekend.
Hola.
Hola.
Hola. So, we kind of skipped a week last week, so we're kind of a week off. But wow.
Yeah.
But so we had a bit of a data slate. It's actually probably not bad, like having a chat about this kind of a week after, a week after everything's lived, and there was a weekend events where some events use rules, some events didn't use the rules.
Then you use
So it's interesting to see, how some of the things sat. What was probably the biggest standout thing for you from the data slate?
I think it was the Oryx new detachment, the DACA.
You grabbed the low hanging fruit there. That that detachment is pretty bonkers. See,
it's absurd. Yes,
Tom's in chat and he likes his orcs, and I've been at him to buy some looters. Now's the time before they get nerfed again. For those at home that don't quite know what we're talking about, Orcs got a new detachment called More Daka in the data slate, and basically you give double exploding sixes and rerolls to shooting units and like double or triple their output for cheap, and they just wiring over on the board. Looter's already out of stock, GG. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it is out of stock.
Those 3D printers go burr. I'm a bit quiet. All right. I'm a bit quiet to Lawrence, so I'm going to talk really loudly for Al so that he can hear the sweet, sweet dulcet tones of my voice.
I'm the one who doesn't have mic, and yet you're the...
Yeah, but I sound
quieter
sweeter.
ones. Oh.
I sound sweeter.
Sweeter. Okay.
Looters are 100 points for 10. Yeah, pretty much. So what apart from broken orcs be broken, anything else on the list? On the
No, I think the good thing and what's surprising was, like releasing 3 new detachment, right? So I think everyone was surprised, unless some people actually already know, and those who have inside information, right? Oh, you will have 3 new detachment, but actually that's a good move from GW. So now we are expecting, I believe, every 3 months there would be 3 new detachment. I don't know if it's
It's
true, but I think that should be the case.
it's a very weird precedent, right? Where you
Yeah.
it's a weird precedent where you go and like
Released.
release so many rules kind of in a data slate
Mm.
so frequently. It's going to be hard to for them to keep up from a balance perspective. I just wonder
Yeah.
from a hit rate how often when they do this they're going to be like, are we going to get one broken detachment and two okay ones every slate? Like,
Yeah.
because that's just so turbulent.
Mm. I mean, they toned down already the tactical brigade, and then all of a sudden, giving orcs this new detachment. I think it's really bonkers.
It's and you know they I think the thing that that surprised me the most is that they didn't really touch Space
Inari,
Marines
Space
and they
Marines.
didn't touch Inari. Now they touched Eldar because they gave them
Mm-hmm.
points
Yep.
nerfs, but most people's Eldar list, the
Or
Inari
Inari.
lists didn't go down as much because you weren't taking all the
Yes.
aspect warriors. And what did somebody at GW had a practice game with a Sherman and got touched up really, really bad, touched in his special
And then
places, and they're like, okay, we've got to kill this guy. Nobody is going to
yep.
play with Dire Avengers after this ever. So,
But
like,
they didn't practice Inari.
so what do you do? You know. But look, I think got to give the Bad Moon some love, at least one per edition. Yeah, that's right. I think uh, the thing that is holding Inari to that just better than average spot is that list is hard, man. It is a hard
Yeah.
list to play. If you bugger up how you're playing the Inari rules, you misposition one of your hammer units, you put something somewhere where your opponent doesn't give you the free move,
Mm.
then you just die because they're paper thin. And it's funny
Yep.
because we get in my practice games, I'm like, here's all the things that Yunari can do, right? Here's the list, right? And you do this in your turn, and they're like, cool, I
Yeah.
just won't shoot you, and you're like, cool. So it's really, really difficult. It's a balancing act between like putting a unit out to die so that you get to use your rules, and that unit then dying, and then everything else dying because you kind of overcommitted.
Yep.
So it's really easy to overcommit. Have you played many games against them yet?
No, I haven't played anything against Inari, so I'm really not sure. It's just like that's what I'm hearing.
Oh,
So
nasty.
I think I would cry if I play them. So that's why I'm actually looking for some, like performance of this Eldari in this army list. So all I can see are just 4-1, 5-1.
Yes,
There's a couple of 5-0.
StatCheck said that they were like 55, 56, and lots of like no event wins, but lots of like podium
4-1,
top four,
5.
top five
Yep.
positions. So
Mm.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes, and yeah. So I think not touching the Ultramarines list is also probably a miss for me. Bit of a points change,
But at
but
least they have corrected the Oaths of the Moment, which I think
yeah, but
most of us are already expecting.
for the lists that didn't need it, like
Mm-hmm.
just should have put Ultramarine on that list. I mean, you have Calgar, and you have
Rebooted
Killerman, you got Robot Man.
and yeah.
So I think they taken away from the other ones was more like a style choice from them. Don't know how much of a balance problem that was. But, you know, everybody's just going to go, people that want to play normal Space Marines, like non-Blood Angels, non-BT, non-Dark Angels, they're all going to go just Ultramarine Gladius because it's kind of the objectively best way to play it. So, yeah. So, I mean, I know somewhere, Laurence, that you could get a practice game in with Yunari, against Yunari.
Mm-hmm.
Where would that be?
Yep. This coming Saturday.
What's happening on Saturday, Laurence?
We have our first. Would you imagine first club day of the year, and it's already March. But yeah.
I love the way that you position that. Club days have started back again. We have the first half the year's booked in, ready to go. If you're interested in coming down and checking out Club Day, then go onto Discord. There's a special Club Day channel for both matchups and Club Day information. If you are in Victoria, in Melbourne, and you want to come down and play some games, come down.
Yeah, it's open from 9 a.m. till late.
9 a.m. till we can be bothered before kicking you out and back.
Yes. But yeah, it's a whole day of just games, hanging out with friends.
Hang out, roll some dice, push some balls around the board. The other place you could check things out is our Facebook events channel. We post stuff up there. That reminds me, I need to do that tomorrow, so that everybody knows it's definitely still on. Yeah.
Dalton said he would also do some barbecues, so we're expecting to have some snacks and some food.
Cover charge is $5. There's going to be barbecue that you can throw in some coins at if you want to help out. I think there's drinks as well of some description. So come down, $5 cover charge. Now, if you like what we do, and you've been following us for a while, you would have known that in the battle rep days we had a Patreon.
Yeah.
So that's also been revived. So if you also want to support us, and you don't want to give your money to YouTube, then go check out the Patreon page. It's back up and live. There's a number of different tiers on it where you can support us. There's just a supporter one. There is a get into. The middle tier is for covers Club Day. So if you want to support us and you're going to come to Club Day, become a Patreon member and you get that thrown in. And then there's a slightly higher tier that then gives you some, I believe, discounts to merch and event tickets. So which is a good way to.
Do you have the link of the Patreon there?
It's not, but if you go to Patreon, no, I didn't prep that.
But
okay,
if you go to
Patreon, we'll put it in the. I think Dalton's
we'll
done
just
some
ask
announcements.
Dalton.
Yeah, Dalton's done some announcements in Discord. If you're not a part of our Discord community, it is free. Go and check it out. What else is starting? So Club Day, Patreon, Data Slate. We're gearing up for going over to Tassie. Tassie is 4 weeks away, Laurence.
Yes.
ATC
excited?
Is 4 weeks before we go to the team championships.
Yeah, are you excited? We're not playing, so
I'm always excited for Warhammer. So that'll be fun, you know.
It would be fun. We would be streaming good games, best players in Australia. So good luck to everybody. And we will see you very soon there.
So, Emperor's Kids. Emperor's Children.
Where is my black and pink?
Emperor's Children. They have appeared. Hey, Shocker.
They are here.
They are here. Kind of. Slowly. Fulgrim's not here yet. unless you
Fulgrim's
want
not here.
resin.
The new Lucius is also not yet here.
Yeah. You don't have any characters, but you have a FOMO box.
Yeah.
FOMO
Yes,
boxes
you
came
do.
out last week, so if you hopefully you're not still waiting for yours. I think Laurence is still waiting for his. So F's in chat.
Yeah, I wasn't able to go to General Games Malvern, so
He's
I
been
need to see
busy
it also.
doing all the work. So we've seen all of the battle reps of people playing Emperor's Children. You've seen people play, other content creators and stuff play with the detachment rules, with the the preview models and all that. What do you think of where Emperor's kids are starting to sit?
Uh, it's it's still very unknown, I think, for me. So because yeah, you can have early pressure, but the thing is, I'm not sure if you would be able to, like have the full 5 rounds to put pressure on your opponent. Because yeah, they are very good. You have infiltrate, you have scout, your army is so fast, but they don't have much defensive, what do you call this one, bops or anything that it would help them to keep them alive for the, like 5 rounds. So it's just really a matter of how you actually position them, stage them, because right, the army rule itself is a bit complicated, wherein you are not allowed to attack again an enemy unit that you are engaged with. So you have to like really position all your unit. Who am I charging this turn? Who am I shooting this turn? Oh, this particular unit should not advance or should not fall back. So at least they would be able to do stuff normally. So, and then I think Fulgrim, yeah, is very fast, but I'm not really sure if he would be part of the competitive list. I think even the Demon Prince are better than him. So yeah, but I think you would always see an 18 Noise Marines. Not even sure with the Flawless Blades if they are up there. So maybe just 1 by 6. And then Lucius, I think, is also very good. So I'm really not yet sure. So until, because yeah, I really haven't, I haven't played against them yet. So I mean, there are a couple of tournaments incoming. So hope there would be people playing Emperor Children.
The what is yeah the blah 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 blah, blah brain Thursday night
What
brain
happened?
chat. The Noise Marines in a Rhino with firing deck, and then you advance the Rhino, and then
Hmm.
you shoot.
Yep.
You advance. Yeah, so you can get around the rule right by using the Rhino to advance, get the Noise Marines out, and then shoot. Right.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
because it's the Rhino that advanced and not the Noise Marines, you can double up some of those units, like the army
Yep.
rule
That's
is.
correct.
So yeah, and it gives that Rhinos and Noise Marines and Rhinos gives them a lot bigger range than you expect them to have, because with the Blastmasters at 18, you got to get pretty close. But if you can
Hmm.
advance 18 first, then like okay, cool. I think which one is the coteries? Is it coteries?
Like the detachment, yeah.
Yeah, the one where
Coterie.
you like bid how many units you're going to kill, and then you get rerolls.
Yeah. Well, I think there's still like some other detachment that would be, very much experimentable. Like I like the Peerless Blades because I always like melee, melee, melee. So
Do you?
there's a question from Shaka.
Well, you
Do
can
you
answer it.
think? Do you think Emperor Children will be the big bad guy for 11th edition? Well, 11th edition, we still don't know if it would be next year. But if it's 11th edition, everything is new again. So we wouldn't know. So if they are not performing well, I mean, once they release and then the whole entire edition of the 10, if they're not good, then maybe they would be.
There's a whole
But
there's a whole set of codexes that need to come out before
yeah,
11th edition comes out, right?
yeah,
Um,
yep.
but I kind of wonder whether 11th will just be a. I mean, this is so far in the realm of speculation that crystal ball, but
Mm,
the 11th edition stuff, I think is probably not going to be another reset, right? Like they've gone to a lot of trouble to do the big reset with 10th edition. I don't think that, you know, the turbulence of doing that again is probably something that they don't want.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not sure where is the direction, but so far I think like, you know, like quarterly data slate, and then by annually what do you call this one? No, 1 year for the mission play, right? So I think we're also expecting another mission after this Pariah this coming June. So I think the state of the game is actually very good.
I think the state of the game is pretty good. I don't think that even if they're good into 11th, I don't think they're going to be a big bad, because they're not going to be the big bad guy, because I think until they get more data sheets, they're going to be in that weird World Eaters Votan position where they, if the meta is in such a way that their archetype is strong against a wide range in the field, then you'll see a lot of EC. It's kind of the same thing that happens with like Votan, when like board control shooty armies are kind of in vogue, then Votan are really, really good. If like run at your face, start on the line, you know, elite armies kind of are really good, then you see a lot of World Eaters and they do well. So, or if there's a direct counter, like, you know, 3 of the big armies are shooty armies, but, you know, if you run Exalted and Angron at your face, then it kind of counters them. That kind of a meta brings those like small data sheet armies into the, you know, up the top. But then as soon as the meta shifts, we get what happened to World Eaters at the moment, where they're kind of then kind of coming down a little bit. So, and I mean, the codex isn't even legally out yet, so I don't think we'll know. I don't think Emperor's Children have been solved yet. So it'll be interesting.
Do you remember who's the big bad guy during the 9th edition, Carl? Like maybe the last 6 months? The last 6 months?
Well, nothing compares to Index Eldar. Like first 9th release Index Eldar, where you like infinite mortal wounds on 8th Knights. Like, I don't think anything's going to get that close.
No, that was the 10th edition, but during the 9th edition, do you remember who was like the big bad boy in the last 6 months? I can only remember always 2 factions that are really performing well.
It was Votan were doing really well right at the end of 9th. CSM Guard was good. Yeah. You had a Cursed Cultist bricks and stuff at the end of 9th too. That was...
so I can always remember Guard and Sisters. They are always there.
Sisters were massive, yeah.
They are always there throughout the edition.
Space Marines were pretty bad. You didn't see a lot of Space Marines.
But you see, even in this 10th edition, right? You see the rise of Eldar like for so long. And then you had Guard and Sisters again. So those are always your main suspect.
Eldar weren't
Guard
great.
and Sisters.
Eldar were pretty poo-poo at the end of 9th. You had like...
so that's why they were they were given the limelight for the 10th edition. Yeah. So... So who knows, right? So maybe 11th edition. I'm not sure when is it. But
did you summon your sibling, your Emperor's sibling? Did you?
No, Liam is forever chaos now. I went back to Custodes, bro.
You went back to Custodes. Did you hear that, Liam? You get all the EC. The EC are coming.
No. I just like them because the models, they are sick. So
why didn't you say Custodes detachment?
You see, according to some what they call this one, feedback from some boys or some other people, right? I think it's still very much mixed in terms of results coming from the new detachment of this Custodes, Lines of the Emperor. It's actually good, but they still lack those defensive, stratagems or such to actually stay for a bit longer. So I think the good thing is the guard went down, the custodian guard, by 5 points. Was it five? Yeah, 5 points for 4 and 5 points for 10. Oh no, 10 points I believe for 5. So it's just like, okay, instead of wardens now, I would be using guard instead. But wardens is still the best. So probably you still can run the similar list that you're running in Talons or Shield Host to Lines of the Emperor. I tried triple warden still with double blade champ and shield captain. So I played against guard, I think last Tuesday, and it was a draw. 85 to 88. The guard won, but WTC teams is a draw. So I don't
Liam
know.
called you a meta chaser. What
Ah,
would
yes.
our ideal list for custodies look like? So you've had a couple of practice games now. I have an
Yeah.
opinion, but I'm
Mm.
not a custodes player. What do you?
So I think it's still full infantry. So my list that I would be playing this coming Saturday would be triple wardens, double blade champ, one shield captain. Shield captain on Don Eagle jet bike. He would be the one with the stealth. And then I think the shield captain would be the one that has the enhancement of additional strength, AP, and damage. And then one blade champ would be the one that would have the resurrect enhancement. And then you'll have 1x4 guard led by Draxus. And then in my list, I have 2x5, 2x4 of prosecutors. I have 1x2 of Alarus and 1x3 of Venetari. So the Venetari, maybe you can replace that with another Alarus to 1x2. But because I think you need some, at least a threat for a free rapid ingress, and because they are also fast. And I think because now in this meta, you would be expecting orcs, right? The orcs that can infiltrate in the center 20-man grots with Zogrod. And then if they go first, they would use a stratagem to mini-wall. And then they would just jail block you. And then when you deal with them in the first turn, and then you see all those Lutas, all those Sangbastas already lining up, shooting you, and then you would cry. So I think you need something which is fast. If you don't have anything that flies, so it would be very difficult also for you to actually move over this stupid Gretchens and Zogrod. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean I'm a fan of guard and blade champ and Draxus. Maybe one unit of wardens as a anvil unit rather than a hammer unit.
Yeah.
And like a Alaris captain with a couple of two by two, and some. I think either one of the 50-point sisters units is fine.
Yeah, 40 or 50, yeah.
Yep, and a couple of those just to hold some backfields, and then you just like blade champs are so good, man.
The Lars, even Trajan, right? He is actually worth a look now because I think he went down to 130 or 140 points, so still worth a look. And yeah, Alaros now is also really very good. I think Alaros would be, you know, I wanted to try 1x5 of them, but yeah, let's see.
Before I go back onto Emperor's Kids topic, Alaris grenade launchers into Gretchen with blast. Sounds kind of good. You just start them on the board instead of starting him in
Yeah,
deep strike, and you just shoot the
yeah,
Gretchen, like I guess, and then you double shoot
with the guard.
with the guard, and then kill all the Gretchen.
Yeah, you would definitely kill this 20-man Zogrod unit on first turn when they actually jail you. But then yeah, so you would still be in your deployment zone. The second turn, depending on when you end up in terms of your movement, and then they would now be able to line up some good shooting to you. Like Lutas, bro. Lutas so good. Tank Buster so good. Like if it's not Custodes, the way they shoot, they would actually just erase anything.
So the other interesting thing that happened with the Emperor's Children stuff coming out is that the Emperor's Children Codex came out in the FOMO box and showed us the new data sheets for their version of the Slaanesh demons, right? And we all thought, well, they're going to do it like the Eldar. They're going to have Slaanesh, like Emperor's Children Slaanesh versions of the demons, right? And then the data slate came out and they said, no, these are the new data sheets. So do you think the Legion of Excess players hate Emperor's Children players now?
They're still chaos, so they would still love each other. I don't think they would hate it.
They would still love each other. Yeah, so they obviously decided that they wanted to change the data sheets for...
Yeah, that's actually surprising.
And just completely killed Legion of Excess.
Well, they were overperforming, I would assume, so... But yeah, so I think this coming couple of months, let's see who would be the top of the meta. So I think orcs. What else? The unit can just be the worst. Yeah.
Zogrod unit jailed by Catacomb Command Barge. See, yes, that is definitely a thing that can happen. But where were your warriors? How did the Catacomb Command Barge? How did they touch the command barge? The warriors. It's interesting that the Necron warriors lists with like 3 OC are kind of good at countering. They don't necessarily care as much about the Gretchen unit. That'll be interesting, actually.
Well, yeah. Let's see how long they would allow orcs.
Wasn't running warriors at the time. Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Now remember, run warriors.
Run the warriors. I do
run
like
the warriors.
If I wasn't enjoying my Angelic Inheritors and I wasn't enjoying, I wasn't working on Eldar, then I think I'd be practicing Necron warriors. Because it's kind of cool.
What detachment? Awaken?
Yeah.
Or...
You just go, I just have all of the OC and I stand here and you can't kill me.
Yeah.
And there's not many armies that pass that OC stat check.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
We have a couple of people here.
What's happening in the next event that's going on? Hint, hint.
Oh, we have squad games in just a week or so.
Yep.
And then we are due to release some of the missions, which I think is the title of today's.
You ruined it, Lawrence. It was a surprise.
It was a surprise. It's already the title. Oh my gosh.
So what we have here is we are going to have a look and talk about the missions and the maps for squad games in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but before that, Carl. So I think there are already 15 tickets sold. So it meant 15 teams. But I only can see 11 teams in BCP. So make sure you actually register your team already, because I think Dalton has a surprise for the teams. And then if you haven't, so we have 15. We need 16. So the list, the roster is even. So it's not yet too late. Get another ticket, guys.
Get your team registered. Start getting that ready to go. Now, squad games. What is squad games for those that don't know what we're talking about? So we have a traditional event that we run at the beginning of the year, which is a 4-man teams format. It's a 1-day RTT style, 3 rounds, 4 players on a team. What happens if there are an odd number of teams? Well, there's probably a bye. So if we're sitting on odd teams, it's you guys need to rustle up an extra team and get them to come and be team 16.
Yeah. So we have 16.
Yep. So you get paired up, you pair up your teams, and then you play off 4 tables. Where are we for this squad games?
So we are playing at the gaming arena in Coburg. So it's what 15 teams of 4. It's already 60 players. So amazing.
It's pretty good.
Really looking forward.
Pretty good. It's going to be a busy day. It's going to be a nice day. We're going to be streaming it, so we'll be there doing some casts of that. So if you can't join us in person, then join us on stream for some fun and shenanigans. This is a really good event. If you haven't heard us talk about Teams events before, we think the Teams is the best way to play. We enjoy it immensely, and squad games is a great way to warm up into the larger team formats. We'll touch on all the events later in the year, but this is one of 3 of our team events. So this is the smallest one, the single day RTT. So this is a great way to grab some mates, maybe some people that you don't normally get a chance to play with. Put a 4-man together, come and have some fun, and yeah. So missions.
Missions. What's the
If
first one?
I press this button.
Oh, what is that?
You can't see it because you're on little screen, but
I think I can see it.
Well, you got the pack. Do you want to read out the first mission?
Mission is Mission J. Is it Mission J?
It is Mission J. Yep.
It's Mission J. It's linchpin on a search and destroy, deployment, and raise the banners. So this deployment is also the new 2025 what do you call this one, map pack from WTC.
Yep.
So we would be experiencing the new deployments from WTC.
Yep.
So I believe, because I check all the deployment, majority of them are actually new. So at least now we have new layouts when we play. So it's actually good fun.
Yeah. So the WTC released the 2025 pack update. So if you haven't had a look at it yet, go to the WTC 40K website, grab the pack, have a browse. Probably the most interesting thing they've done is they've given up the whole light, medium, heavy thing. There's just 8 layouts for each deployment.
Yep.
And they stick to very similar themes. A lot of these will be familiar to people that have played WTC layouts before.
WTC, yeah.
There's no new pieces, like terrain pieces or anything like that. But the orientation on some of this stuff have shifted a little bit. And,
yeah, I don't think you would see those super L's anymore. I think that was already gone. If you would actually review all the new deployment, you won't see much of super L's already. Yeah. Like those what they call terrain bases that are actually perpendicular to each other. I think it's already gone.
Yep. Linchpin is a kind of a lowish scoring. If you lose your home field to a cheeky incursion. So the and this is banners. So points mean prizes in teams. Make sure you bring your battle line because we got raised banners. So you don't want to leave some secondary points on the table because you didn't bring any battle line. So and the search and destroy, so corner deployments. There's a mixed each, so one of the 4 tables for each pairing will be one of these. So make sure that your team members have a look. They kind of have an idea about which layouts that they will like and which one's good for them.
Yep.
So yeah. And anything else to say about this one, Laurence?
So basically, actually, the old 2024 WTC one from light, medium, heavy, it's actually almost the same if you would check. So heavy have like 6 big terrain features. Light would only have 2, and medium would have 4. But as you've said, they actually changed all the orientation of all these terrain bases already. So it's actually good. So we will see now. I think I haven't experienced most of them, so now it's time to practice as well.
Yeah, so to that point, you can see that there's one map. So the blue bases are the 3-story height
Yes.
pieces, and the pink ones, the browny pink ones, are the single story
This yeah.
ruin pieces. So as you can see, there's one there that's got 6 big ones. So if you got lots of big stuff, and you want to be able to hide it, or if you got lots of towering and you don't want to hide it and you want to be able to touch onto things and see,
Yeah.
maybe the one with 2.
You like that one, yeah.
Yeah, two big ones is the one for you.
It's
So
weird if we can see this search and destroy 7.
Yep.
I think the orientation of those 2 terrain features in No Man's Land, like facing open to the inside. I'm not sure how would you want to hold that objective, right? Because it's
Yeah,
very open.
I think this is standard. This is pretty similar to the one that already existed, right? It's
Yeah, but I
interesting.
don't like that one.
So the actually, you're talking about the far left and the bottom right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, correct.
Yeah, that is an interesting one because like you can see it right, but I think the point is that like the bottom right, the one that is facing you, it's kind of like your kind of natural, right? It's kind of you don't want a safe. I don't think they want a safe natural. Like if you look at all of these, they're all hard to hold from the inside. There's not a lot of area. Like you could just walk up and like stand on the outside of all of them and hold OC. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how people play it. I haven't had a chance to practice much on this, so
I think I will just use Mortarion to hold that one. Put Mortarion there, and then yeah.
Mortitarian.
Good luck. Yeah, Mortarion, yes.
All right, we ready for round 2?
Round 2. It is mission B. Is it mission B? Yes.
B for
tipping point.
brilliant.
B for
Bestest.
blades.
B for blood angels.
For blade champion. B for blade champion.
Purge the foe, smoke and mirrors.
What's smoke and mirrors?
Smoke and mirrors is you get to after deployment, after both sides are deployed, you can then choose to pick up some units back into reserve.
Nice.
And then primary mission, purge the foe. Do you like purge the foe?
Purge the foe. I like purge the foe if you go second. Purge the foe go first. It's a bit dangerous. So go second.
Tipping point's not too bad for purge the foe because you got a bit of space to kind of hide behind things and get behind terrain. Like some of these tipping point maps are you've got places that you can kind of hide. It's interesting that I'm just noticing tipping point 8. Some of the terrain pieces are inverted. If you notice this, the No Man's Land, like the piece of terrain that goes, runs towards your opponent, is actually the ruin piece is facing the other way. Used to be facing the other way, and like hiding the objective a little bit. But like the Search and Destroy ones you were talking about, it's facing the inside. Purge the foe. So purge the foe. How do orcs go on purge the foe?
Well, obviously those horde army don't like purge the foe, right? But I don't think they would care if I would just like shoot you, because it would just be like, okay, I'll give you kill more, but I would also hold more. So it just evens out the primary. So, and then since they are very good in shooting, then I don't think it would also last in 3 turns. So in the end, I think he would still be on the upper hand in terms of primary scoring. So but yeah, most horde armies don't like purge the foe. I think that's already given.
Round 3.
Round 3. And it is Mission C. Another linchpin on the same tipping point deployment, and it's Fog of War. What does Fog of War do?
Let me just double check that it's linchpin and I haven't made a mistake.
Yes, it's also in my list.
Yep.
So
Got that
the
right.
mission was actually what do you call this one? Prepared by the main T.O. Dalton. So we are just following his
Yep.
orders.
We're double linchpin. So linchpin Fog of War. So so Fog of War is no what are they called?
No core
No
strats
core
on first round.
stratagems round 1. So no heroic
Yeah.
intervention, no smoke, no
No.
reroll.
No stealth. No
So yeah.
no grenades.
Keeping it simple. Tipping point again, linchpin again. So don't have to jump around too much. Again, the squad games is supposed to be on the lighter side of the teams format. We don't want to put too many rules in the way of everybody having fun. And yeah, keeping it on tipping point just to make everybody's life a little bit easier. So yeah.
So that's our 3 missions for this upcoming Saturday's squad games.
Yep.
So
is anybody in chat that's going to squad games?
Yeah, or has a questions for squad games. So make sure you have some Emperor's Children already parading that Saturday.
Is it?
So Liam,
they're not.
Quickly paint your Emperor's Children.
They're not. They won't be legal.
No, they are not.
They're not going to. Yeah, they're not going to be.
Wait,
legal.
when is the actual? What do you call this one? Emperor's Children's gonna drop.
When the
Is
codex
it next Saturday, next week?
When the codex is
Is
released.
it this Saturday or next Saturday? So next Saturday, is it? Because 2 weeks, yeah?
It won't be in time for rules submit.
Okay, so then you can play the old CSM with Fulgrim and Noise Marines. Sorry, with Lucius and some Noise Marines. That's the way.
Yeah. Keep an eye out on Discord and the events channel for when Dalton posts the mission pack and the update. And yeah, so very good. Laurence will still need to get the second box, so I have enough for the list.
There you go, Carl. Somebody just bought the ticket for squad games, so we are mighty 16 already.
Hey,
well done, boy.
The internet works. Hooray.
Yeah.
Nobody has to have a buy.
Oh my gosh.
Very good.
No more buy. It's 16. Let's see. I would give a shout out to you. Who are you?
Where would you go if you want to play?
Mr. Jorny. Thank you very much, Mr. Jorny Lou Spencer. So
that was almost awkward.
Since you're the
are you doxing people on the internet?
No, I have a surprise for him this coming Saturday. Next Saturday.
Okay.
Since he bought the last ticket, so go and find me.
Wow, that's ominous. Shaka says, where would you go if you want to play but don't have a team to play with? Jump into Discord. Jump into the events channel. Comment on the post at Dalton and at Dalton in Discord, and let him know that you are interested in playing and you want to play, but you don't have a team, just to see if there's any spots. There's normally a few people that are looking to put a team together that would like to play in a team. Just for the day. So, please, if you again interested in the events, being part of the Discord and the events channel is the best place to be, because then you see announcements, especially if Dalton
Yep.
puts out an announcement that he's looking for people to fill in. So,
Yep. I guess who knows? Maybe some of the team members also would be sick, so they would need some replacement. Right.
Yep.
So yeah, just comment on that Discord channel, and then yeah, Dalton will take care of you.
So just to recap, round 1, Mission J, Search and Destroy, Linchpin, Raise Banners. Round 2, Mission B, Purge the Foe, Smoke and Mirrors on the Tipping Point. And then round 3 is Mission C, Linchpin and Fog of the War.
Yeah.
So
really looking forward to seeing these new deployments from 2025 WTC. And also, actually, I want to tell that they actually already released the map or deployment for, what do you call this one? The Dawn of War and the Sweeping Engagement. So maybe in the future, it's worth a try for some tournament play. But
you never
I'm not
know.
sure.
Somebody might get freaky and decide the Dawn of War is a good idea.
Dawn of War with a football mission, right?
What's it called? Unexploded ordnance.
Yeah, I mean, it's time to explode that particular mission. Nobody likes that one.
I actually do. It's got a really bad stigma attached to it, right? But I think Burden of Trust is
That's one more. Yeah,
is worse than unexploded ordnance.
That's another one that I actually do not like. Terraform in the middle, but at least it's somehow easy to understand.
Terraform at least is a little bit more like, the roll-off is very impactful, but like if you're aware that mission is possible or it's in the player pack or something, you can plan around it a little bit. You can screen, you can do things like that. But Burden of Trust is one player has 3 turns of opportunity and one player has 4 turns of opportunity.
Yeah, which is unfair.
Which is not.
Serena said she actually likes Dawn of War. Super easy to deploy.
Dawn of War.
Yeah, the WTC maps are actually pretty decent for Dawn of War, but it's actually very good for those very fast armies. So imagine if you're EC or World Eaters, Orcs, or even those triple blade champs of Custodes. So yeah, they would love that one.
Erina likes it because she plays Sisters. That's why.
Sisters.
Because she can spread out. She's got units and guns, and she can just like put them in the sight lanes and then like shoot people, and chase those heretics. Okay, so
love it. Dawn of War until you get jailed in the portage.
Anything else about squad games before we?
I believe we have some good stuff for the team, so we'll just have to wait for Dalton to divulge that one. But yeah, pretty exciting. We got 16 teams. Our first team event here in 2024. We have 16 teams. For context, I think last year we had 8 teams, and we only used the scout hall, so that's 32 players. And this time we doubled the attendance, so I'm very happy.
Yeah, will be good to see what people bring and what their take on.
Oh, maybe let's just talk about the how you pair for a 4-man team, Carl. How do you do pairing for four-man?
Keep talking while I check the player pack.
Oh, did Mr. Dalton did not put that in the player pack?
So
because maybe I would be talking things which is not in the player pack.
It is definitely in the player pack, because Dalton does a very good job of getting all the player packs ready and out and early.
I believe 4-man's team is you will have a champion, wherein actually you would
Let
it
me
would be the hidden.
let me read it out from the player pack.
Okay, cool.
Let me
That's
read it
better.
out. So
Go ahead.
the everybody out there that goes to events, make sure you read the player pack. Don't be one of those people that asks questions and don't read the player pack. There's some people like
Raise
Laurence out
hands.
there. There's a couple of other people.
Who
I'm looking at you guys.
who reads the player pack? Nobody
Charlie
reads
doesn't
the
read
player
player
pack. Carl.
packs. Looking at
Nobody
you,
reads the
Charlie.
player pack. You would just check how much is the ticket, where is it, and when is it.
Skull trophies
Okay.
are in play. We forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah. So what's Skull Trophy? Maybe we could enlighten us.
So now there are a number of state representatives playing at Squad Games, which is a really good opportunity to get some experience with some high caliber
Playing.
players. Do not let it scare you, because they're really just like puppy dogs on the inside, and they love playing against people and
Anybody.
and anybody and all that. So pick their brain. Make sure that you get a lot of advice if you go into them and ask them lots of questions. But if you beat the first person to beat each of the
State player.
representatives, and Dalton will tell everybody who they are when
On the day, yes.
you'll get a little a token of some description. I haven't seen them yet, and you will get eligible to claim their prize if they win. So there's a lot on stake if you can take a game, if you can take a round of the state reps, then there's a bit of extra prize in it for you. So it's a good incentive, even as a good incentive for trying to take a bit of a scalp of those guys. What was I doing before I got distracted by skulls?
It's the how do we do pairing question.
Okay, pairing. So, the beginning of each round, the captains of the paired teams place one list aside as a blind. Okay, one list.
Are we playing poker? It's blind. Okay.
Roll off, and then they roll off to determine who has table pick. So, of the 4 maps, there'll be each of the 4 that we've put up will be on 4 tables. You pick one of those. Both captains put forward one list, into which the other captain selects 2 remaining lists of their own to pair into it. So one of your lists becomes the first defender. The other 2 lists then become your first attackers.
Yep.
The captain which run the roll-off chooses the table first for the list they put forward, followed by the other captain taking the next table pick.
Yep.
Finally, the 2 rejected lists. So each captain selects one of the 2 attackers to pair into their defender.
Yep.
Then the remaining lists then pair off. And then the last one is then your 2 blind picks will then also get paired off. So you start
they are
with
number
blind,
4.
The 2 blinds will pair off. They are number 4. You then your captain puts a defender out, and then the 2 lists to the left, because 4 minus 2 is 2. So you have a blind and a defender, and then your 2 remaining lists will be your 2 attackers into your opponent's defender.
Yep.
And then you look at the 2 attackers, you pick which one you want, you pair that off against the defender that you put forward.
Yeah.
The rejected ones then pair off, and then the blinds pair off.
The blinds pair off.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, but it's actually very good because you see, out of the 4, now you will have a blind, so it would actually be a surprise. Oh, which one is the blind here, right? So it would actually pick your brain. So
make sure,
kind of like it,
that when you register, Mr. Laurence, you put the correct faction.
Oh yeah, BCP. Put Emperor's Children.
Put the correct faction in BCP, because that just helps the pairing process to make sure that everybody knows who's what's pairing into what if you need to look it up at the time. So don't be
Yeah.
one of those people. Put the correct faction up.
Are you actually referring to someone?
Well, yes.
Are you
Who would
implying?
I be referring to, Lawrence?
I don't know. I'm not in the habit of putting wrong faction when I join tournaments.
Definitely. All right.
Well, I think, yeah. So, reminder, this submission is next week, I believe, 27th of March. That's a Thursday. And let's see if we would probably be drawing the first uh, pairings for round one before the day. So, at least everybody is prepared. But yeah, because the submission is a Thursday night. So, maybe we would do the draw by Friday. We don't know. Let's see. We will decide and think. What do you think, Carl?
For what?
The first, we would do a draw for the pairing for the first round.
No, I think that'll be done on the day.
No, I think it would consume additional time. So better we draw already before. But yeah.
You can have that discussion with Dalton.
We can have discussion tomorrow night. Are you doing something tomorrow night, Carl?
Oh, we might.
That you can announce to
We might be doing something sneaky tomorrow night. Make sure if you like what we do, press all the buttons below so that when we go live, you get notified. I might be coming back tomorrow night, chat.
Yeah, maybe Carl, but not me. So if you would be doing something, maybe you should start building my Emperor's Children, Carl.
So Thursday night, midnight Thursday night. So
yeah,
this
midnight.
time, this time next week.
Yep. Do you have other questions, guys? So before we end, we can try to answer it or.
While you guys are thinking of questions, let's gratuitously self-promote all of our other Risky Rollers events.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Well, let me find.
What can we see there?
And then let me find that. Yay! So when I press this button.
So yeah, club days now is every fortnight. So starting this coming Saturday, and then the fortnight, and then the fortnight. So hope to see you every fortnight to play some games.
Yeah, go on Discord. There's a chat channel for it. The dates are posted. The dates go up in the Facebook Risky Rollers events channel. Go and check it out. So this is the Risky Rollers website. If you want merch and event tickets to all our events, this is where you go. So squad games we've talked about. The tickets for the Autumn Blood Bowl Cup are up.
For those who are very fond of Blood Bowl, I can see 19 tickets already sold for this Blood Bowl.
Yeah,
very good.
The Blood Bowl competitive scene is exciting,
growing,
and manic, and growing, and they love it. And they turn up, which is fantastic. And I think secretly it's one of Dalton's favorite events to run. So which is great. It's at the Scout Hall, so go and check that out. Saturday, 24th of May is
Calling the Banners
GT, 2-day GT.
Yeah, first singles.
Yep, singles GT over at the Manningham. We've been, if you've come to the Opens before, or you come to VTC, you would have been there before. It's a great venue. They look after us, and it's a nice bit of a difference. There's meals on site, lots of access to bars, lots of space. It's fun, and get your GT on, calling the Banners. And then a bit of a change to this year. We've got VTC Saturday
Torian Teams Championship. Yep.
21st of June. Back at the Manningham. That is a 5-player team event. So
2 days as well.
If you've got your 4-player from your squad games, all you need to do is find a 5th, and then get signed up to VTC and start that practicing. The best players, and sometimes interstaters, come and join on VTC high quality 5-player teams Warhammer.
Yep.
And then we've got our stuff later in the year. We're already hitting into October with these. The Risky Rollers team tournament. We're going to talk more about this a little bit later on, but this is our first go at an 8-man teams event.
Yep.
How exciting. The first 8-man teams event in Victoria, which is great, other than the Australian Teams Championships, obviously, which is 8-man. But this is a good chance to get a Victorian 8-man teams going. So the formula goes, you find 4 players to play with, and then you find a 5th for VTC, and then you find another team, and then you've got 8 players, and then you sign up to the Risky Rollers team tournament.
Or those 16 teams now in the squad games, half of you combined, that's already 8 teams.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Some more Blood Bowl, and then the Open, which again we'll talk about a little bit later in the year.
A bit later, yep.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
There you go. So, anything in chat? Anything anybody wants to talk about? Anything you want to talk about, Laurence?
Nothing anymore. I'm just looking. I think we did. So I'm just looking forward for this Saturday, so we can put in some more practice, put in some more games, put in some more 40K.
So, just to recap, Saturday is our first club day. First West Waverley Scout Hall. Information is up on both Facebook events and in Discord. Go and find yourself a matchup in the matchups channel in Discord. $5 cover. If you go to our Patreon and sign up to the middle tier, you get at least your cover charge includes your cover charge for club day. So go and check that out. If you come a lot. A second squad of Noise Marines built now.
Don't diss me, Liam. I still need to get my box.
RTs.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
And then get ready for squad games. We'll see you there. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. If you like what we do, like, subscribe, press all the YouTube buttons, hit the bell notification. Yep. And thank you to our channel sponsors. They've been rolling on every screen all night. Baron of Josh, General Games, Dice Arcade, Hegemon, Miniature Scenery, and Proxywars. So, with that,
awesome.
I think
it's time to say goodnight.
We'll love yous and leave yous, internet. Have a good one, and we'll hopefully catch you at Club Day on Saturday.
Or maybe you'll see them tomorrow night, Carl.
Or maybe keep an eye on that YouTubes. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.